What's up guys, Jeremy Scott here. Today we're going to discuss client check-ins and what is expected with a client check-in. Just want to make it very clear and make sure everybody understands what is expected out of you during a client check-in. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button down below. During client check-ins, me as your coach, what exactly am I looking for? Every Friday or Saturday, depending on when I check your program, which is why you're expected to check in on Thursday. How often are you supposed to be doing client check-ins? Client check-ins for you are either going to be every week or the client check-ins are going to be bi-weekly. So what am I looking for during a client check-in? I'm looking to see how many pounds you weigh. So I need your weight updated, and I'm looking to see progress pics so we can start to compare progress pics over time. And it's also going to help to keep you motivated so you can see how your body's transforming, so you can see how you're changing. Sometimes you don't see the numbers change on the scale the way you want to, so you can line up the progress pics side by side and so you can see the changes as your body composition is changing. If you really want to maximize your results, it's very important to consistently check in with me, your coach. Accountability plus consistency plus checking in equals maximum results. And I know that it's important to you to maximize your results. If your goal is to lose weight, if your goal is to lose body fat, if your goal is to gain weight, if your goal is to gain muscle, if you want to lose as much weight as possible, if you want to gain as much muscle as possible, if you truly want to transform your physique, then you want to make sure that you're checking in on Thursdays on time consistently. If you're consistently checking in, then that means you're being accountable. If you're being accountable, you're going to get results. What are some other ways that you can be accountable with checking in? Or what are some other things that I'm looking for during check-ins? I'm going to look at your calendar. I expect to see a calendar like this. You're doing your workouts consistently. You're checking your workouts off. You're logging your food consistently through MyFitnessPal. You're weighing your food out. You're prepping your food for at least a few days in advance so that way you're getting in all your meals. You're keeping track of the amount of protein, carbs, and fats that you're eating through an app like MyFitnessPal. Other than that, how are you ever going to know? Unless you want to write it down with a pen and paper, but that just gets a little bit tedious. You can use a tool like MyFitnessPal and it's connected with the app. And I can see everything that you're eating, and you can see everything that you're eating as well. What are your goals? Gain X amount of pounds, lose X amount of pounds. Based off of what your goals are, I've set up a certain amount of calories for you to take in. I've set up a certain amount of protein, carbs, and fats for you to take in. So in order for this to happen, you've got to hit these numbers, and you've got to hit them consistently. And you've got to trust the process. You can't do it for 1 week and then say it doesn't work. You can't do it for 2 weeks and say it doesn't work. You got to try it, you got to stick to it, and you got to commit. If I see that you're consistently logging your food, I can make changes and adjustments, but only if you're consistently logging your food. You can't halfway follow the program and say it doesn't work and then ask me to change or update your program. If you want your program updated or changed, you got to follow the program. This is why we have check-ins, for me to look at your program and see if or how closely you've been following the program. If you've been following the program, doing your check-ins, doing your workouts, logging your calories, and you're not getting results, then we can make the proper adjustments. If these things aren't filled out, your workouts, your calories, your check-ins, and it's like me taking a shot in the dark when I go to change your program. I need to see what you've been doing. You might say, well, I do my workouts, I get them in, I just don't get them checked off. Me as your coach, when I go look at your program and I see a blank calendar that looks like this, don't let this be you. Especially if you want to get the most results, make sure your calendar looks like this, okay? If I see a blank calendar on my end, all I see is that you're not getting your workouts in. Even if you are, but you're not letting me know, you're just not being accountable. So if you want to get the most results, be accountable, make sure all your stuff is checked off and filled out. Make sure your notifications are on so you can respond to my messages as well. What's expected when it comes to your weight? Everything is going to be on a bar graph, so we can see if you're making progress over time. Whether it's a 3-month trend, 6-month trend, 30-day trend, I can see if you're making good progress in relation to what your weight loss goals are or what your weight gain goals are. Update your progress pics. We line them up side by side and you see over the time that you're making good progress. It's going to keep you motivated when you start to see your body transform if you're following the program. Workouts checked off. Ideal situation, you're checking your workouts off, showing that you've completed them. You're entering in your weights, sets, and reps. That way you can tell if you're getting stronger, getting more endurance. Last week you did 15 push-ups. Next week you did 16, 17, and so forth. You try to beat your previous record. So that way you're not at a plateau and your workout intensity is going to be going up each week because you're trying to beat your previous week's record. And nutrition, getting everything logged, getting everything filled out, being accountable. This is how you maximize your results with Quik Fitt online coaching. Make sure you subscribe and hit that like button down below. Jeremy the Machine Scott, out.